Don't even open this chamber because it just runs deep.
The inclusion of pavement in this show.
Yes.
Talk to me about how pavement evolved to become such a facet of this season.
Well, that is because Joe Wengert, who's our co-creator, executive producer, that's his favorite band by a lot. They were able to reach out to Pavement and get them to be involved. And I don't know too many of the fine details. All I know is that it involved a lunch between the two of them before playing tennis of some kind. I didn't know it was possible to get. It was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
Are you also a fan?
Yes, I am very much, and I'm a fan of not only his music like the Hard Quartet and the Jigs and all that, but I like watching interviews with him
Mhm.
and reading interviews with him. So I'm just also a fan of his as a person.
Of course. And Pavements was so fun.
Yeah, it was so fun. I loved it. I couldn't believe it. I was so grateful to be a part of it. I couldn't believe it. It was so
Yeah.
complicated. I had like while we were making it, I thought I knew what was going on, but I didn't also want to ask because I didn't want to be you know what I mean? Because there were so many
Mhm.
levels upon levels upon levels. But it turns out I knew what was going on.
So, in terms of approaching Kevin, the character, what was it like kind of figuring out what you wanted his voice to be?
This is a really good question because, I think that especially with animation, there can be these great gaps in time from when you record
Mhm.
a session to another one. And when Aubrey first reached out to me about this, it was a very, very long time ago. And I read it and I loved it. And actually, there was a big misunderstanding because I thought it was going to be live action. I was like, this is insane that this is going to be live action. I just didn't understand how and then when she said, no, it's animated. Then okay. When I went in and I just started talking to Aubrey, she was doing the scenes opposite me in the very first session. I was just trying to make her laugh and Joe laugh. It's weird because you can see them on a TV, on a TV screen. They're kind of live zoomed in and you're trying to figure out the voice. You're trying to figure out what they have in mind. It's something that they've worked on for a long time, something they care so much about and love. And to be kind of like invited to that party, it's, to me, it's like a big deal. So as I'm saying the lines, I'm kind of like, I really am just trying to change or find the character based on facial expressions that I'm receiving back from them in the Zoom call. Like, nope, nope, they don't like that kind of thing. Or they like that, and kind of just like seeing what made them smile.
Yeah, gosh, you make it sound so cool.
And then there was a long break. It had to get made. And then, so when we went back to do it, I really had zero recollection of what we had done, because it had been so long before. Then again was the process of watching their faces. Then I had the luxury though of doing it in real life with them. It's funny because like as time goes on, and you do it more and more and more regularly, I don't really know what it is about Kevin's voice but it's just it's written there. It's the personality of this cat, and he's just so specific that I'm not sure if it's a voice thing or a tonal thing, but just certain things seem to come out of your mouth better in a certain way as Kevin, especially with some of these lines.
Did I waste my best years watching Say Yes to the Dress on a sectional?
It wants it to be a certain way. And yeah, but again, I'm just really going off of them. But what was so fun about it was we were always finding it, even till the end. You know what I mean? It was always like a new version of something to mess with and try. So it was really, it was very much like a real person, a real living person looking for themselves, which is what he's
It's
doing.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the theme song. It's legitimately been stuck in my head all week. And for some reason, I really just love it ending with "I'm Kevin." I don't
Yes.
know why that touch really charmed me.
Oh, good, good,
Uh,
good, good.
you are, of course, also associated with one of the most popular TV theme songs of all time, with California from the OC. And I'm
Yeah.
curious, like, did you take lessons from California as a theme song and apply it to this?
No, but I will say what was fun and unusual about this was I was so excited, first of all, just to be invited to contribute to it musically. But one thing that was so fun that I had not expected, and I don't know a lot of theme song. I mean, I can't, but to have it being sung by the character, I find
Mhm.
is kind of I think that's an unusually nice, that's unique, I
Yeah,
think. I thought when we were doing it, it was just going to be music at first, and then we started talking about lyrics, and all of a sudden I realized, oh wow, this is going to be a piece of music that is going to be sung in a way by Kevin that kind of propels you into the show, and that was super exciting to do. It's almost like getting like a little prelude or something to the show. I'm coming home, but I'm gonna roam out on my own. And it was so fun. I mean, I loved every second. The I'm Kevin thing, we had done a bunch of them, and at the end, I just did it to get smiles, but we left it in there.
sure.
It wasn't meant to be part of the song.
It has that feeling to it of just like kind of being
Yeah, I mean, it was
spontaneous.
very unplanned.
If you don't mind, I have a little game I'd like to play with you, if it's all right.
Okay.
I have a list of fictional cats, and I'd love to find out how you might personally rank them. Garfield, Puss in Boots, Hobbes from Calvin and Hobbes, Hello Kitty, Cat in the Hat, and Sylvester from the Looney Tunes. Do you have a favorite of those right off
Yeah,
the top?
Garfield. Garfield.
Garfield number one?
Number one by a lot. Yeah, I always loved Garfield. There are, in movies and in shows, there are these few creatures that you wish you could really know in real life, and that's one of them. Like, I really do wish I could know Garfield or have Garfield stay with me for a little while. He's number one by a lot, and I wouldn't mind even having Hody with me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take them
Yeah.
both. I don't want him to be lonely. Then I would say it'd be Sylvester.
Sylvester, yeah.
Uh-huh. Then I think it would be Puss in Boots. I had a Puss in Boots poster that I bought because and I had a postcard of it in the bookmark I used. So I really love that character so much, and especially when we first meet him, we were so surprised by that. But I just say, Kitty though, the backstory is interesting. Like, I don't know if
Like it's just catchy.
I don't know. I have to look at that. But culturally, that would be very high up there because of all of the paraphernalia and things that Hello Kitty is been associated with. You know what I mean? Like Hello Kitty guitars and toasters and things like that. So I think Hello Kitty is on a different level in terms of just like a look and a graphic thing.
Sure.
So that's in a different thing. I do feel bad about Hobbes though because Hobbes pretty great too. It's hard because I was gonna say Hobbes number two. I say Sylvester because I love the voice, and yeah, those are my guys. I would say S Garfield, A Sylvester, Hobbes Kitty,
Right.
Puss in Boots maybe, but when he goes like this, he jumps to an A.
Are there other cats you'd want to include?
Kiki's,
Oh yes, the cat
we
from
got
Kiki's
that
Liver.
cat. There's Milo and Otis. That's a really
Oh
great
sure.
Aristocats. Oh, there's Mr. Bigglesworth. The hits keep on coming. Don't even open this chamber because it just runs deep.
Hopefully down the line people are putting Kevin in the S tier.
Look, Kevin's his own. It's funny to think about which ones he would get along with because also each of those things is interesting because it's based also on the world that they live in. That also makes them the character that they are. It's like Kevin can talk to humans and they talk. It's like it takes place in like a world that's very strange where there's like total communication between bugs, animals, and people.
Yeah.
And so. But boy, by the way, Cat in the Hat is great and mysterious.
Right.
And I don't mean to. That's a high one up there too. Oh, look at that.
Yes. Yes, she just wants attention.
For 2 summers, I worked at a cat shelter in LA on Sepulveda. I got scratched a lot, but I just
Yeah,
remember there was
that's
one cat there named Houdini who had like 5 locks on his cage because he could get out of anything. Wow, look at this! I've never seen this before.
She just knows that this will get my attention.
I love it.
I have to pay attention to her. I have to wrap with you right now and really enjoy the show.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate your time, and I appreciate all the cat effort that went into this, by the way, because it makes me so happy.
I wish I could say it was a lot of effort, but it just happened naturally.